political correctness gone mad. Safe schools, I know, is embedded in the school curriculum, but just all of the gender politics that's going on, right down to the CBD wanting to change the little green walking man and pedestrian crossings into someone who's more representative of both genders of women. Of course, you know, that assumes they think that women never wear trousers, and of course that's wrong. I mean, this is just the sort of rubbish that's obsessing the powers that be in Victoria, while you're quite rightly saying things like the gangs are going on and on and on without a solution. Are you going to tackle all this sort of political correctness at the heart of Victorian policy as well as the other more important issues?
It's just, to me, this is typical of how the modern left try and govern. They govern for identity, they don't govern for solutions. They're not governing for everyone, they're just governing for their own agenda. And to be frank, you know, these are not the priorities that our state needs to solve. You know, changing LED lights on traffic lights, you know, that is not the priority of the state in Victoria. We're growing at 150,000 people per annum. Congestion is a nightmare in Melbourne. Crime is out of control. The Crime Statistics Agency have shown that we've never had crimes against a person as high as they are in Victoria today. And yet the government's priority is to focus on changing traffic lights or scrapping Christmas carols in school. I mean, you know, where does this government get off on trying to ignore these problems, trying to delegitimise some of those who raise real concern about some of these issues? Yet they attack the CFA, our Country Fire Authority. Yet they build Skyrail, elevated rail next door to people's bedroom windows despite promising otherwise. I mean, you know, they try and extort the taxpayer out of hundreds of thousands of dollars to win an election and then spend millions of dollars to try and stop it all. The government's priorities in this state are all wrong. In November, Victorians will have a chance to right that, and we'll be putting forward, and have been putting forward, a very different alternative, not a pale imitation, a very different alternative way forward for this state come November.
Well, thank you for your time, Matthew Guy. We will watch it all very closely from here. We're looking at the policies. We're particularly interested in this police investigation now going on and how Daniel Andrews responds to serious investigations underway against his ministers. Thank you for your time.
Thanks for your time, Peter.
Coming up after the break, I speak with Alan Jones, who spent some time this week in Gunnedah in New South Wales talking to farmers and businesses about the drought. And he has a lot to say about the drought, energy prices and attacks on free speech.
My property portfolio is protected by Terry Shear.